Hello, friends and lovers, and welcome to Wizard of Legend 2. This is a brand new top-down co-op action roguelike. Yes, this is the sequel to Wizard of Legend 1, which was sort of a classic action roguelike from 2017. So it's been a long time coming, but there are some caveats to that statement, I will say. And I think I have to address the elephant in the room immediately here, which is that this game's reception has not been great, to be honest. I'm not going to sit here and read through the Steam reviews, but they are only 55% positive a couple days after launch. Again, it's early access, so you expect some things to get better and to get improved upon. If you want to read the Steam reviews, you're more than welcome to. If you're curious, if you want me to tell you what the main issues that other people are having with the game, it's kind of hard to sum it up after reading through some of them. Sorry, let me wait for her to stop talking.
That will keep you going a little longer.
That dialogue right there is a problem that I'm gonna list. But yeah, there is a lot to discuss with the game. But I guess let's talk about a few things here. Let me finish that previous statement. I can't really even sum up what other people's issues are with the game because it's just a lot of different things. It is many, many different things, but I guess a good way to describe it is it's a sum of many small flaws, perhaps. Some of them are bigger than others, though. So let's talk about the basics of the game. So you got a basic attack. That's the X button down in the bottom left. You got this one is called your signature. I mix them up. That's going to be the Y button, so it has a pretty short cooldown. Then you got your standard arcana, which is this flaming whip thing that has 2 charges on it. You can kind of see the times down there. I mix up these super commonly, like the different titles that these abilities have. But yeah, we can upgrade them, we can replace them, we can get new ones as well. You'll see. We have a pretty standard dash that you find in these kinds of games nowadays. I think you get iframes for it, or at least it feels like you do. It's not like multi-dash, so this is pretty much me using the dash as quick as possible. Now, I do have an item equipped that I'm trying for the first time here that reduced my max health. I would normally have more, but I get to heal if I'm not in combat for 5 seconds. So we might die to a boss, in other words, because our max health will not be as high potentially, but I suspect that this would actually make the game significantly easier, but I don't know. We're trying it out for the first time. And that's kind of it. The more you use your abilities, you can charge that move. That is called your fully charged signature, maybe. So that is the blue bar below our health bar, and that will use up the whole thing. It does what do you call it? Deprecate? No, what's the term here? I'm trying to think of the fancy term. You know, they use it for elements in the periodic table or something like that. I have no idea what I'm talking about. It does go down if you don't do anything, essentially, so it can drain a little bit. Okay, we killed all that. But yeah, basic goal, just kill all the enemies, move on to the next rooms, you know, rinse and repeat. You got bosses. You can pick up some relics. You can replace your arcana. You can upgrade your arcana. I will say that doesn't happen crazy often a lot of times here, but we're going to try to keep up the pace. So we got ourselves a new relic. Lightning boots. Lightning strikes where your dash ends. The radius of the strike increases with each lightning arcana we have. We have none. Revenge. Shoot 5 homing projectiles. I assume revenge means when I get hit. I don't know how good that is. That's very loose, right? Like, how much damage do the projectiles deal? Is there a cooldown on this thing? Increase their damage by 10%. Certainly not super exciting. Spike shield is a bit more exciting. You know what? I haven't tried spike shield, and the other thing is pretty forward. I'll admit 10% damage sounds better to me, but this at least seems interesting, and maybe, who knows, maybe it'll turn out it's stronger than it sounds. All right, so zone 1 beaten, or map 1, whichever one you want to look at it. There are currently 2 zones in the game. The co-op only goes up to 2 players right now, you should know. There is a mid-boss and then a final boss to each zone as well. I have only gotten to like halfway through the second zone so far, and I've also only been playing for like not even a couple hours, I think, right now. So definitely nothing crazy. So the co-op, this is one of the things that is definitely hurting in the review section, is the fact that the game was initially promised to be 4-player co-op, and while they are still promising that, it is not yet. So early access is now launched on Steam, so it's not going to be on console right now or anything like that. And it only goes up to 2-player at the moment. I think this is a tough promise that you just kind of can't break. It's kind of like a cardinal sin or whatever you want to look at it. Just like, I just don't think you can really send a game out there without that kind of preparation and just hope that people are okay with it. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Obviously, I don't know the inner workings, what's going on with them. So why they felt they needed to do this, I'm not really sure. They did actually make quite a few changes. We played the demo for this game months ago now. I'm not certain when exactly, but there was a demo available for a while, and we played it. And they've actually made quite a few changes. Namely, they got rid of a lot of, to be blunt, cringy dialogue and like forced jokes, I guess you could say, in a weird attempt to be funny that just did not land. The voices definitely have that like over-the-top Saturday morning cartoon style to it that I really don't like it. I was hoping this guy would talk to kind of prove my point, but he did not. Defeating enemies with a basic attack will reward you with 2 gold. Sounds interesting. Increases your damage by 20% while you're below 50% HP. Receive 12% less damage. Dashing through enemies will damage them. Increases your fire damage by 15%. So we do have 2 fire attacks, if that indeed counts as fire. It's not actually clear. I mean, they call it a blazing whip, but does it actually deal? Like, this says freeze on it specifically as a keyword, but this one does not. Oh, that was interesting. We have $261. You don't earn a crazy amount of money. We started with some extra here. I don't think I'll be killing a lot of enemies with Dagger of Midas is my concern. I guess I'm going to go Ifrit's Matchstick. We could potentially upgrade our Arcana to kind of fix that. So where were we? The co-op is unfortunate, to say the least. This game is like, I think the full price is $25 on Steam right now, which is pretty normal for, you know, an action roguelike like this. I think you could say, oh yeah, the dialogue. So they certainly didn't change the style of voice acting. But they did just remove, like, a lot of instances where the characters were talking. Like, they removed, like, all the story. And you kind of see a mix in the reviews where people are complaining that there's no more witty dialogue. And then some people are saying, why is there still crappy, attempted witty dialogue? So, I don't know. I guess it's a to each their own kind of thing, you know? They can't win, maybe. I think it's more like the style felt especially bad. And when it comes to the voice acting. And there's this problem that I was kind of hoping would get fixed within the first 24 hours, or now it's been 48 hours, but has not, which is that you cannot turn down the dialogue volume. There is technically a setting for it, but changing that setting does not work. It doesn't do anything, no matter how low you set it. So yes, the characters will be talking over me at points, and I'll just have to stop and wait. And this kind of leads into another problem, which is just a lack of, you know, a term that a lot of people use here might be something like polish, but I think this is not polish we're talking about more like a basic standard in games to some degree, which is that you need these things to work, you know? Yeah, sure, like little bug, like this is forgivable, but when you compile it with all the other problems that we're going to keep discussing here, it just kind of adds up to a lot by the end, is how I would describe it. So yeah, like one little issue is fine, but then there's an overall sound balancing issue. The music in this game is exceptionally quiet in the first zone. I cannot actually get it loud enough, really, or rather everything else is going to start to overshadow it. And then when we get to the second zone, the music suddenly, you know, goes crazy and gets crazy loud on us. And so then it's like, oh, I guess I have to rebalance the audio here. You know, it's all over the map, and it just leads to what feels like an amateur experience, you know. Again, not the worst problem, you know, at the end of the day. I see this in games, but not usually games of what I would call this caliber, you know. I think that kind of leads into it made a bad first impression, not just for me, but for many people probably, or a rough first impression. And I think it's mostly hinged on the overall presentation. We kind of have to talk about the first game. There is a lot to discuss here. We have to talk about the first game. And I think sometimes it's not always fair to compare, you know, one game to the sequel all the time and just say, go play the first game or something like that. Sometimes it's not fair. But it's hard to say when, you know what I mean? It's hard to say when. This is actually a tough one because this is not actually the original developers of the first game. They passed the IP over to a different developer or studio and allowed them to make the sequel instead. And obviously the art is completely different. And while I'm okay with the art, I wouldn't call it very inspired. It's not, it kind of just doesn't fit my taste. So maybe that's more of a me problem. You know what I mean? I'm not really sure. We can change our basic attack. We can change our signature attack, or we can get a new standard with Wild Tornado. You can always come back here and get some more money. We could have waited potentially there, but I don't know, I'm just going to grab it for now. So they passed it off. This is actually from the... There you go. Okay, that's interesting. The same developers of the game Children of Morta. While that game didn't click for me, it was clearly a game of, like, pretty decent quality, and so, you know, I definitely had, like, pretty high hopes for it. It wasn't, like, a brand new studio. It didn't look like a cash grab per se, you know. But, yeah, a lot of the people are calling out, go play the first game instead or something like that. Now, I don't really have that problem with it necessarily, but what I will say is that it does feel like many abilities, many relics, many different things in the game, I don't know if they really changed as much as it looks. All burn effects are more powerful. Okay. All right, all right, all right. We gotta find burn now, really badly. Right? I like this tornado, though. I don't regret that. And I think it's just, it's kind of strange. I mean, it has been 7 years, but there's an element of, like, does this feel almost a little more like a remake or something like that, but in 3D instead of pixel art? It feels a little strange that so many things stayed the same. Like, usually at the very least in a game like this, right? What you would expect to change would be the abilities and the relics, like the actual arcana, the abilities we're using in the bottom left. But those are the things that kind of stayed around. Those are the things that you'd expect to change, if anything. Like, you could have kept the same art style, but just changed the abilities, and I think a lot of players would have been happier for that. And I think it's kind of known in the industry that pixel art is actually not cheap. You know, even though some people, you know, might not like it or think it looks, you know, not exactly as strong as, you know, an actual 3D game or something like that, but it is not actually cheap. Hey, we knocked him into pits. Let's go. I feel like I should throw this out there now because I've been throwing a lot of criticisms at the game. And the number one thing right now I should tell you is that I am actually having fun with the game for the most part. There are the presentation issues and there are some bugs and some other general things, but I'm not having a bad time with the game. And speaking of bugs, this is an important one. So you can open these teleporters, right? And you're supposed to be able to teleport to other ones around the map, but it is like super glitched out. It is a mess. It's working right now, but it actually didn't work the first time I opened up this menu. And then it's which teleporter it's aiming at is like arbitrary, I guess is the best way I can describe it. Also, sometimes your character will just keep moving after you open the teleporter. It's just, that particular screen is just an absolute mess. All right, second map done. We got ourselves a mini boss. We'll probably have to concentrate a little bit more. And this is actually a very cool sequence. I think they actually did a really good job here where you fight another wizard. I like the opening for this. These guys feel like the actual bosses of the game, but in reality, they're the mini bosses.
Get ready for an electrifying fight.
I mean, I don't know if I don't remember Wizard of Legend 1 as much as I probably should, is one way to describe it. Okay, buddy, you need to chill for a second. Okay, we knocked him down. Oh, you got me there. Whoa, that dash. They don't give you a long time to react, that's for sure. Ugh. They're definitely very much so expecting you to be able to react super quickly.
Shot
And just like that, I'm down.
Agility and adaptability are key. Don't charge
It
right
could be
into
I
the
was
front.
wrong to take that reduced max health thing, huh? I think so. We'll give it another shot, but yeah, I'm pretty disappointed. That was all my fault. That was all my fault. It's interesting, the difficulty, how it spikes different ways. But yeah, I was trying out this this ability. So why don't we swap to max health and see how that feels? Because I definitely did better with that. And we can kind of talk about the hub world a little bit here too, maybe to some degree. Usually I do this at the end of runs, but
You have a
yeah. So
taste?
I mean, that's kind of the rinse and repeat here.
Cedric has a lot of experience. You could do
I'm gonna put on the
far
berserking
worse for a
sandwich.
reliable mentor.
Delicious. This will give me some health back if I get hit. Now you can look at our max health and it's really high right now. I don't think I really have anything else to unlock here. We can change our... I actually don't like this basic all that much, so I might try to change that. Throw a disc of lightning into orbit around me. I guess I'm willing to try that one. I don't know if I love the ice either. We'll kind of go big on lightning.
You can choose the lightning.
Let's see what we can do. So you can change your basic
Understanding
setup
each
here.
elemental's arcana is
Lightning
bound
spinner,
to be
bolt
useful.
rail. I don't like bolt rail, really. So these unlocks, yeah, they just... all they do is change your starting setup. So I just unlock new things that I can choose to start with, but they're not exactly new to the run. Same thing down here with the relic. I can choose a new one to unlock to start with, but they're already showing up in the run, so that they're not even going to show up later on. Okay, let's try it again. Let's see if we can do better anyway. The runs are going to be like pretty quick anyway. Let's see if we can do any better. I got these fire dragons just because I kind of like it, I guess. There you go. And that one slowly charges back up. Let me see this. Oh, okay, they knocked me off immediately. Go, my berserking sandwich. Huh. So, I'm trying to understand the basic here. You can't spam it, that's for sure. It's very much so a melee move. I don't know, though. Either way, we're probably going to go lightning. You can't just hold it down, which is always a little frustrating. Okay, but you can mash it. But you do have to mash super fast here. Gosh, okay, how much more is there to talk about with this? Quite a bit, really. I started to begin about the presentation, and I think that's where the game really flounders, is that the overall presentation doesn't feel great. The sound, the music, the dialogue. I would argue some of the character art isn't great when we see some of the portraits. It's just not my cup of tea, at least. It doesn't really inspire. I think, like, the zones here, while there is a lot going on, you also have these super generic backgrounds, I guess. And I think that's the key word here, is generic. A lot of things about the game end up feeling quite generic. This feels like so many other games, you know? Just so many other games that we've played, that we've seen. And that's going to be the issue that they're going to be having here, is that there are so many games available to us that are just like this, but are further along in development or just do it better. You know, I just don't know if this is really doing anything new or better to inspire people to want to come play it. It's not bringing a whole lot to the table. You know, the story is not particularly grabbing people, and the gameplay is just super similar to the first game at the same time. Basic attacks add a stackable buff that increases the damage of your next standard arcana. Receive 12% less damage. Deal 20% extra damage for 5 seconds after casting a charged signature. Huh. Let me try out Warrior Blood. I don't know if we're getting charged signatures as fast as I would hope. You can't even open the map here at any point. There's like this menu, but I can't open the map unless I'm on a teleporter. But now I can see, oh, I missed something. And I think the first game did a great job where it felt like you were exploring the rooms to a zone, whereas this here feels more like you're following paths. And if you go down the wrong path, it turns out you're going to have to turn around, backtrack, and, you know, just kind of... it feels more like wasting time, I guess. You know, there's something that feels worse about it. But yeah, generic is sort of what I would describe this art style. It doesn't feel special anymore to me. And while we didn't spend a lot of time backtracking here, it's enough to where it's like, that's just not interesting, you know? But like I said, to dial it back, I think presentation is where they really have to work on it and try to set it apart from the first game a lot more. They have to find a way. Those two are the major things for me. And what they could work on. Do I think they can actually fix it? I guess I don't really even want to say, because it's probably just not fair to them. Oh, that just kept going and going. How the hell did I do that? I want to do that again. Because I don't really know what they're capable of. There is a mild drama going on with them. Drama not meaning like controversy, but their publisher, Humble Games, apparently laid off the entire staff in, I think it was August of this year, so very, very recently. And the future of that publisher is very uncertain. I don't really know what that means when they're laying off the whole staff and they're replacing them with someone else. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I mean, that's where we're at right now. Reduces your basic Arcana damage by 30%, but your standard Arcana cooldowns decrease by 20%. Kind of like that. Your dash shoots 3 homing projectiles, but the dash cooldown is increased. No. Max HP is reduced by 30%. Each enemy slain will be added to your max HP. That might be worth it. We're super early. Whoa. Oh, it's reduced to 30%, not by 30%. Okay, that's really bad, though, still. Each enemy slain, huh? I can't look at the map. So I don't know which way to go. I guess we're just going to hope that the fact that we started off at such a high amount probably means that that was not worth it, huh? I don't know. We'll try, though. We'll try. Now, if that was paired with the heal one that we had from the last run, now that would be great, right? If we could have gone that in the previous run. Now, I actually remember from the demo... Oh, no, they might have fixed it. It seemed like killing the spiders here on the ground actually worked for it. Oh, they fixed it. Too bad. It's probably for the best, honestly. Here's our charged Arcana. I'm having fun with the overall gameplay, but it does kind of beg the question. Is it worth really buying this game for $20-something for such a similar but almost degraded experience over the first game, right? I still got the other game ready to get booted up. There's definitely a lot less content right now. Again, I don't remember... I don't know how that missed so badly. It's been a few years since I played Wizard Legend, and I play so many games that I don't remember super well, but I remember I liked it at a bare minimum. I remember it being hard as hell, too. Does that count as a kill for me? I sure hope so. I got 2 health for that one. I'm double checking on the spider sometimes. Got some more money out of that. I think that kind of comes down to most of the criticisms I have about it. Again, it's about the presentation. It's a little buggy. Perhaps more than a little buggy at moments. It felt like it needed more time, but maybe they kind of didn't have more time because of the publisher woes. But nevertheless, as consumers, you know, like, we deserve to know what the game has on offer. Melee Arcana have an additional 10% crit chance. You see 50% less damage when your kill counter is above 1. Deal 20% extra damage for 5 seconds after casting a charge signature. Dealing a critical hit to enemies heals you. 200, huh? I think I like that, but I don't know... We could try to save up for that, too. That's not going to happen realistically. I don't know. What is our current crit chance? It's only 5%. I don't have a lot of... That other ability isn't that good because I only have like 1 melee ability. Does it say exactly what these are? Like melee or projectile? Oh, okay. Well, Lightning Spinner does not say. This one says projectile. That one says projectile. I don't know why the basic doesn't say. Hard. Now I don't know. I don't know what to think for it. So we had like 380 health. Now... We went down a lot. Question is, can we really get enough here to make up for it? We lost just so much health, so I have to kill, you know, 200-something enemies, 230 enemies to get it back. Now, I wonder if I farm this thing, which keeps spawning enemies, would that help us? Our signature is charged here, so I want to get in here quickly. Okay. So this run already felt a little bit better in the sense that I don't know. I think that ability that we just took recently here, Warrior Blood, or is it Warrior Blood I'm thinking of? No, I don't know. Something feels better about it already. Maybe it's just the Arcana I like better. Could be. We're about to face off against that mini-boss again, though, and I have even less health to do it with than last time. Definitely a problem where I need to read what I was taking a little bit better when it came to the curse thing there. Because there was some other good stuff in there, too, huh? Whoa. That did count for a kill for me when it fell down the pit. I'd always worry that if I wasn't the one actually doing it, is it going to count for an ability like that, right? There are no potions to use or anything of that nature to heal yourself when you feel like it. That's just not going to happen. You are incentivized to break all these gold pots because they can have money, will have money. And it might even be where you get the majority of the money sometimes. Damn it. I actually do have 150 now. Okay. Oh, the health's getting back up there. I still have to survive the mini-boss, though. Okay, deal 10% more damage for each status effect on the enemy. I don't know if we really apply a status effect yet. We might apply shock, actually, now that I think about it. This is always a big gripe of mine, is when they incentivize you to go break all the breakables. Like, all the pots in a room. It's just... why you gotta put stuff in there like that? Why? The ultimate whip. Do like the whip. Inferno Beam, plus 10% crit chance. Ooh. So that's pretty good for us. Is this a projectile? It's a channel, whatever the hell that means. That's melee that has 10% crit chance. I was thinking about the other thing that gives us 10% crit chance in our melee, but I don't know if anything I have counts as melee, so you could swap to one of these two. I guess I will do the Inferno Beam then. So now that's going to be on our right trigger. Oh, and it's a channel, so it's like 15 hits. That way it could actually help us in a lot of ways here. Oh, I got to like hold it down, I just realized. To actually utilize it. Whoa, buddy. And then channel it. Trying to get the heals off on it. Oh, man, I tried the dash. I failed, though. Woo! Oh, keeps catching me. Oh, okay. Come on, dude, die. Trying to watch to see if we're really getting much for heals there. I was struggling with that one, though. Holding that down feels a bit odd, I guess, you know? Alright, we're coming up to the boss. I cannot afford anything if we go back to the shops here now. So I guess we're just gonna have to continue. But yeah, that's two kind of weird runs that I've had already. And we got the same lightning guy, which is bad luck because I clearly sucked against him last time. This is random, so it could be anyone. I think I've seen 3 different ones: ice, rock, and lightning. Yeah, What corny dialogue is he gonna have this time, you think?
You hear the thunder first, then you see the lightning. The thunder!
What? What are you talking about? Okay. I'm gonna dodge everything this time. You wait and see. Oh, you got me. Damn it. So he will get staggered, like right there. From time to time. I don't remember if I did that last time or not. This move. Damn it. Channel on him. Okay. Better than last time. We had to warm up, you know? Oh, I just got into a bad rhythm and I couldn't really fix it, it felt. I guess is the best way I can describe it. Okay, is he dead? All right. Okay, we escaped the first mini boss at least. This is not the end of the zone, to be clear.
Impressive,
There is a
but the
quote-unquote full
storm and its
boss
bolts of light- I'll
at
be
the end
back
of it. I would say this boss is far more interesting, though. You do get a special currency for that, too. Okay, what do we got here? So we can upgrade one of our current arcana. So the dragon arc can go to blazing. Summon a large torrent of fire. Dragons that damage and burn enemies. Same thing, but a different upgrade. Summon several fiery dragons in all directions. The dragons will return to you after some time. Concentrated beam. Channel a fire beam that damages enemies. The beam's damage increases over time. It no longer pierces. Instead, if the target dies, it will explode and burn nearby enemies. Let me look at least this one here, right? Will that get rid of the crit chance? I would hope not, but I can't actually tell. It's not clear if this would make it easier to get the heal off on it, I guess. Give me the burn, I suppose, from the dragons.
By their side. Now you can cast more of them, and they'll burn your foes for you. If only they didn't apparate away.
It's kind of surprising that they have dialogue specifically for like a bunch of these abilities, like actual voice acting lines, or rather minute moments. Kind of fascinating. I mean, kind of props to them. Another small thing is they pronounce words differently depending on which character is saying them. Like sometimes they'll say arcana, or sometimes they'll say arcana. They can't seem to decide which one they want to actually use. Okay. Our max health is getting there, I should say. Oh, I thought I had used it, but I guess not. We're definitely a range style here right now. More than anything. I'm not really using the basics so much anymore. But yeah, I think I only heal for like one. Whoa, buddy. If I do actually crit here. Oh my goodness. Can we stop for a second? Damn those archers. Okay, there. Now you... I wasn't certain if the rock was really gonna go through. Good on him for making it actually fall in there like that for me. I hate the shovel men.
Counting the boulders that elite skull diggers throw. Your victory interrupted the study.
Do you want me to succeed or not here, lady? What's your problem? I don't understand your issue. But yeah, I hope I've shown something balanced here. I discussed the qualms that I have, and I think you should be careful when buying the game. If you're asking me, should you buy it right now? I'll sum up my thoughts at the end of the video, best I can. Should you buy it right now? I think my answer would be quite simply... You might as well wait. Like, what's the benefit in buying it while it's in early access? Unless, like, you super craving this game. Plus 20% damage, plus 20% crit chance, plus 20% attack speed. Crits heal us, so I think I'm going to go that way. They've given us the option. It's fair to say that a lot of the negative reviews that the game has been getting are from fans who were disappointed. Fans of the first game that were disappointed, you know? I don't think it's unfair for them to say, hey, this game ain't it. At the same time. I'm using the basic. Ooh, I kind of like it. Because it's got that 20% crit chance. I think I like it. Although our health is very low right now. Oh. What the hell is this? I've never seen this. This is one of the major NPCs. There's no sound for that.
Welcome to the wildest tournament in the floating land.
Okay, I'm not certain I want to do this.
Of legend may test your mettle, but my tournament is where things get truly fierce.
Do I have to fight him? There's no sound.
Step up and join my special challenge. Oh, and the first rule of the tournament, talk about it. Because this one's too wild to keep quiet.
Uh-huh.
Let's get warmed up.
Oh shit, I am fighting him. Whoa. Probably... Oh, I got healed for, like, a lot at some point. I don't know if it was, like, when I stepped in or what. They may have given me some kind of free heal there. Sure hope so. Damn. Damn it, I missed. Slam, slam, slam. This is actually doing great. Ugh, come on, he keeps moving.
That's what I like to see.
Woo, wait, oh, did I get him? I guess so.
The tournament's far from over.
Okay. Release a volley of piercing winds in a cone projectile. All right. That was a lot more build-up than I would have guessed to that fight. I'm just glad I actually gained health out of it somehow. I think they healed me a little bit when I walked in, but I don't know if they really made that clear. Okay, get the monies. I can't even tell if there is music right now. There we go. Got a little bit of heal out of that. Okay. Yo, this basic Arcana, though, the Ice Blade, is pretty legit. I don't know why these chests are, like, hidden, because they show them on the mini-map, but they make them sort of hidden, I guess. It's the only way I can describe it. With the slam and all? All right, all right. It definitely is going to take too long, though. Like, it still wasn't worth taking that health reduction for this, though, really. Even if I managed to get back above it, it was just too dangerous, I think, right? I forgot to even try this out. There's the cone. Okay. I don't think so. Let's see. Where are we going now? This is like a little event. Just kill the enemies. Spray them with the fire. Alright, just a bunch of armored guys, which means that they don't get staggered as easily. Okay, so here we can enhance one of our Arcanas. Heal 2% of charged signature damage. Plus 50% damage on damaged enemies. Plus 50% damage on damaged enemies. And 30% more crit chance on the Frostblade. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Okay. You see, this is the fun I'm looking for, you know? I think there's some cool stuff going on here, potentially. It just takes a little bit to kind of get to it, I guess. Let's go ahead and use this. Thank you. But now I kind of want to use the Frostblade to heal up if possible. We're already at the boss, I think. Okay, what do we got for ourselves? Figure that strikes fear into the hearts of onlookers. Melee Arcana deal 12% more damage. Revenge burn enemies. Your dragons deal 25% more. It's okay. Attacking burning enemies with lightning Arcana resets the burn duration. No. Tears Blessing. Casting a standard lightning Arcana creates a stack of critical chance that scales up by 1% per cast. No, because we only have a signature lightning, I think, as far as I understand it. I mean, I guess we'll take Fearsome Figure. Should I buy the heal anyway? Oh, wait, I think I could buy stuff here, maybe. Oh, not anymore. These would replace our present Arcana, so I'm not so certain we wanted any of them anyway. I guess I'll buy the heal. I think you can get a little bit of a heal right before the boss anyway, but we'll go for it. Okay. Yoink. Now we're at full for the boss. Still below the health that we want to be, or need to be. First major boss here, and this does not change presently. I think it actually looks pretty cool. 2, 3. It starts to feel a bit formulaic once you see it. Like, I lost really badly the first time, and then it felt like, oh, super easy the second time. Okay, oh, slower attacks all of a sudden, unless, like, the frost did that. Oh. Oh. Is the frost like messing me up here? Maybe. Because it's like slowing him down. And now it releases boulders because we're at a transition. Did you just fart? 1, 2, 3. And now it goes to 4 for that. Two, 3, 4. Okay, watch out. So many cooldowns. Ah! 2, 3, 4. The channel here is not great, I would say. The Cyclone does pretty well against an enemy like this that has a large hitbox, right? Because I think multiple projectiles were hitting it. All right, we did it.
Bahadur is definitely going to
Bahadur. And you need these, like this Chaos Core for something. It says you upgrade runes? Now I'm actually not even sure what that means. But the other thing that we got from the mini-boss will upgrade something else. We'll go over the meta upgrades in more detail when we get back there. Let's see what we can do. We get to choose between a heal or a max health. I'm actually going to go greedy and take the max health here, I think. Because we're not crazy low on health here. Zone number 2. This is the only one I've seen in the game, so I don't think there's an alternate. I don't think. Can't say for certain here. I don't think I can break that statue. Okay, but now the music has decided to make an appearance. There are some bugs that people were saying that the dialogue gets really loud in the second zone or something like that. I don't think I've seen that one personally. But the sound in general just suddenly goes off a little bit. I mean, I'm happy to hear the music for the first time, but now it's kind of just like a little too much, I guess. And I feel like I have to lower it a touch. Okay, you can actually break these. I wonder if I could farm those enemies. I don't know. I'm watching. No, it doesn't look like you can. I was checking to see if my max health would go up, but it doesn't appear that way. I should probably use that more often. Let's blow off our signature here. Use the ice blade to try to get a little bit more health here. 457. Okay, I gotta be careful in this one. Ah. Okay, we're good from there. Whoop. Don't mind me, buddy. Just farming some health off you. And we're practically back to full. Fueled Berserk. Enter a burning rage that speeds up basic arcana. Whoa, when? Oh. Now it says that that's the left trigger. Oh, okay. Oh, that gets rid of the volley. No, I want to... Can I replace a different one? I like the volley. I've never seen this one. Can I drop one here? I actually like the Dragon Arc. The channel is rough. I know it has 10%. I'm trying different buttons, but nothing's helping. All right, well, I guess I'm going to try that because that kind of works. Speed up our basic arcana. Since it has such a high crit rate. And maybe that could help us a lot there. Holy crap. It has such a high crit rate, right? Wait, what happened? Wait, what happened? It's only 30% crit chance? Oh, still. I thought it got added on, but oh my god, that was brutal. I guess not. Alright, go ahead and use it. I'm definitely seeing crits, but I'm not seeing heals for some reason. What happened, game? What happened? I don't understand. Wait, what? Look at this thing. Why is it like crazy looking? Plus 30% damage on afflicted enemies. Plus 40% critical damage. Plus 100% damage on damaged enemies. Fills 10% in signature charge on use. Plus 70% critical damage. But that doesn't really work for this ability, right? Like half of that stuff doesn't do anything because it's just a buff. Plus 30% damage to afflicted enemies. Plus 75% damage to undamaged enemies. Guess I'm going to upgrade the Ice Blade some more here. Alright, let me try to use this thing maybe. No, it doesn't work. I tried. Oh, how I tried. Oh, dear God. Okay. I was distracted. So let's head... And now I can't look at the map. I needed to memorize it. I mean, we have the mini-map. But did that heal me? 16. You can actually attack those enemies. I feel like I am seeing crits, but they're not healing me anymore. Unfortunately for us, huh? Now this is still quite strong, it turns out. Okay, what about our other ability? Pretty sure I saw some crits there. I guess we broke it. I don't know what happened. What did I do wrong? Oh boy. Wait a minute. Are we even increasing our max health anymore? I'm not so certain that I am. I can drop trinkets or something. Okay, what if I drop these and pick them back up? Oh, wait a minute. Drop. We'll pick that back up. My health changed. Huh. I'm not sure if my max health went up or not after killing those enemies recently. I don't know. Is this the way I should be going? 461. 461. I've not been here yet. It is not going up anymore. Okay, but now I'm healing again. Okay, but now I'm healing again. Okay, but now I'm concerned. What if I drop the other one that reduced my health, right? And put it back on? Is that gonna just destroy me? I am concerned, to say the least. Concerned, to say the least. Increase your critical hit damage by 25%. The damage scales with the number of fire arcana we have. It's not bad. Jin's right hand fight besides you. It won't aggro enemies. Dragons deal more. We'll take Crimson Blade. For sure, these. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm worried. Should I drop it? It'll probably just drop me back down to my original max health, won't it? When you think about it. I wonder why it broke. Huh, I wonder what happened. What's that symbol? I can't go to that one in the top left for some reason. Come on. I guess I don't want to drop it. Wait a minute. I think, like, our max health is pretty much that amount anyway. Alright, screw it. Oh, you can't drop it. I guess. It won't let me. Okay, never mind. I was hitting the button, but nothing happened. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, my friends. Whoa. Okay, I kinda... Hello. Are you the big baddie here? I think it looks like we are back to critting. Or rather, back to healing on crit. Alright, we gotta blow the signature before it goes away. Ow, dude, chill, chill. I used the left trigger there. So we broke our max health thing, which is too bad. Because I feel like we've just kind of gotten back to our initial max health now. All right, my friends. Thank you. Pit stop contract. Pushing 10 enemies into pits will reward you with 200 gold. The relic is destroyed afterwards.
This pit stop contract you chose was used by an assassin. She approached a greedy king,
Oh, God.
gave it to him, then pushed him into a pit.
There's something so funny that they recorded lines for so many of these different things. Okay, we're on to zone 2, but it's actually the mini boss. We get a little heal here. Nothing major, though. I almost stopped using the other things because the ice blade feels so strong now. Now, she's pretty cool, I think. I love this introduction. What?
Can you see through my patterns, or will you be overwhelmed?
Come again? Oh, God. Oh, we're destroying her. We're destroying her, I just realized. Oh, my God. I knew it. I knew it was good. Okay. Except for when she does this. When are you done? Stagger her. No, don't use that move again. This must be like a phase transition or something here, right? Got her. It was a little spicy. Oh, come on, that's not fair! I was in the cutscene, I couldn't move. Come on. God, that music was loud, huh? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, so we can upgrade the Frost Blade. Finish with a circular attack that freezes enemies. I hope that doesn't clear things. Enter Burning Rage that speeds up basic arcana, increases critical hit chance and damage. Okay, so that's what we want. More so, probably. I am curious I was curious about transforming this, but I'm worried I lose these buffs, right? Plus 40% critical damage. It doesn't say anything about the crit chance. I don't know what to think there, then. I mean, only 1 health ain't great per basic attack when enemies hit you for like 30. But I guess it's something. Plus, it seems to be dealing a lot of D anyway. Right? Don't fall in the pits, please. Whoa, my God. I'm always curious if I should really broach a topic like this, but you'll see a lot of people saying that this game is like Hades, possibly in a negative way. I see some reviews saying that they tried to make a Hades game or something like that and abandoned the first game. It's like, I just don't think that's really the case. I mean, I guess the dash feels a little bit different, but and I guess you could call it mildly similar to Hades, but I don't know. I'm not in that boat. This is very much so. I think this is extremely similar to the first game. I'm willing to trade off the Volt Surge here because I don't think it's anything spectacular. And then we get a new one. Heal 3% of charged signature damage. This has 10% crit chance on it. Well, I'd mostly only be using the signature anyways. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, it looks like that. Okay, my dudes. Really need to get our health back up. Wow. So the frog lets you trade in one of your arcana, and you get a new one that's probably has some enhancements on it. I don't think they necessarily all do. Okay.
Sand warriors like you defeated are creatures of the desert, created for Jabara's armies.
I guess I'm gonna go in here. Oh, okay. Oh, no, 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 no! So I tried to use the left trigger, and it locked me into an animation that I could not get out of. Okay, I'm trying to use the channel, and I'm failing. That's so fast! Okay, please tell me we're done. Wow, 20 health. 20 health. Help me. Help me. Max HP is decreased by 30%, but you're fully healed at the start of each level. No. Each level of your Arcana increases its damage by 10% and the cooldown by 5%. Each level? Basic Arcana deals 35% more damage while all other Arcana are in cooldown. Your standard Arcana cooldown is also increased by 30%. That's kind of okay. Casting a fully charged signature Arcana heals you instead of producing a signature spell. How much heal? Increase your damage, but you won't be able to charge your signature anymore. I don't know. Prayer beads? I guess. We gotta get our health back. Cannot teleport. Gotta be careful when I choose to cast that. Excuse me for my exclamation there. Whoa. Did it stop healing again? I'm not sure. Am I doing this again? Drop. Pick it up. Well, it's healing now. I wonder when it decided to do that. Did I kill it? Guess so. Not many crits there. Okay, so there's my signature. No, it's not. It was blue, wasn't it? For a moment, at least. This is going to be a battle. Let me see if we can find, like, a shop or something beforehand. Or get our health back up.
Focusing on trying to reach the next healing room should be priority.
No shit, Sherlock. Okay, so we uncovered a teleport here, I suppose. That I don't know if I'll be able to make use of it. But yeah, using that blue crystal will probably summon armored enemies. So we must move on, I think. No, 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 my dudes. Couldn't use some of that or something. More? There is more. Whoa! Wasn't expecting that. I tried to use the signature, and it just kind of used the regular. I don't know if it did heal me, but if it did, I don't think it was for much. Golly gee willikers. I'm very uncertain about a lot of things going on. Okay, we can buy some health back. Yay! Fortunately, I can't buy anything else. Boo! But we definitely got to buy some. It's so little. It's so little. And I can't teleport back to that blue crystal. I would have to walk essentially all the way back. Yeah, I think I'm going to protest that and just move on. I think I'm just going to say nay to that. Huh, is this like a boss? I don't know. I feel like I got to lower the music again because it's still so loud. And it's getting like louder. Did that even work? I don't even know if these sound settings do anything. Jabara. I mean, it looks cool. Cool introduction, but the music's a little off, and then there was, like, no sound effect. Okay, so you gotta wait for the red circle in particular. Oh, I see. All right. Now she's like over a pit. She has like a lot more health. Oh, I fell. Damn. Okay, we stunned her. Okay, so I did actually see the signature heal. It just wasn't for a spectacular amount, I would say. Oh, I fell again. Come on, you gotta be kidding. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She got me. Jabara. She got me. Clever, right? Clever. Well, that took me a bit longer than I thought. But that's the thing. I still had fun. It's just, let me go over the meta stuff. So here you have starting medallions. This is just simply something you start with, and there are various buffs. Like this is move speed and sprint delay. That's not like your dash. That's different. This is you reduce your max health, but you get to heal rapidly outside of combat. Evade chance, crit chance. So these are just different buffs you can start the run with. I say start run, but like have for the whole run, I guess you could say. This is how you start up co-op. I have not been able to try it because I don't know anyone that has this game, truth be told. This is sort of an achievement board where we can get some of that meta currency that we've been collecting by just doing various tasks, mostly just dealing damage or beating enemies here. Over here is where you unlock new relics that you can start a run with. It does not mean that you will see them in future runs. You can already see these as far as I can tell. I have seen most of these in a run already. So you would only unlock these if you want to actually start a run with it, which feels a little weird. I gotta admit. This guy will unlock Arcana that you can start your run with too, which is definitely more interesting and allows you to experiment. Like I really like the Frostblade, so I wouldn't mind unlocking that for future runs. That's pretty much all you can spend these Chaos, I think they're called Chaos Gems on. And that's sort of it. It sort of unlocks for the start of a run more than anything. This guy is probably the one where you have the most meta stuff, I guess you could say. You get to spend those crystals that we got, I think they're called. It's also, this UI is a bit messy, because I think, if I understand it correctly, you can also increase the difficulty, which will allow you to earn more Chaos Gems if you want here too. It's not strictly saying that it's going to get harder, but I think that's what it's trying to say. We'll earn more Chaos Gems. Also, notice the green empty slots here. So I have to re-equip this one. That increases my max health, if I can. So when you go up one, it actually reduces the number of green slots and turns it to red, which means that you are then required to pick up a negative rune, such as environment becomes even harsher. Traps and environmental hazards deal 2 times damage to players. Watch your step. We can, in the meantime, upgrade the green ones here, but you can still only have a max of 3 on at once. So, for instance, I can upgrade. It's the only thing I can do. How much money I start a run with. I can't tell what counts, which thing I'm highlighting here. Okay, I have now upgraded this. Now we start with 140 gold instead. That is the meta stuff. So, some of my thoughts. What do I think of Wizard of Legend 2? I think it makes a rough first impression. They took a lot from the first game and kind of just transformed it with a new art style, but I don't know if it really does enough to compete in a market with games. Such a crazy year for roguelikes with games like Raven's Watch. These are all co-op too. Windblown is coming out soon. You got like just other old standbys that have worked really well, co-op action roguelikes, you know, like Risk of Rain 2, Ember Knights. I don't know. The list honestly kind of goes on. So I don't know if it does enough to compete with those other games to make it currently worth the price. I guess if you ask me, I would say you might as well wait on it. You don't really get a benefit of buying into early access at this point in time. What the developers need to work on, if you ask me, let's fix up some of this presentation problems that we have here. And while the dialogue isn't my cup of tea, I can definitely move past it. The voice acting more than anything. I can definitely move past it. I do feel like there is a large amount of time spent simply walking, and it doesn't feel as fluid. Almost like, I feel like the rooms need to be closer together. Fewer hallways and more just put the rooms next to each other instead, you know what I mean? Let these biomes last shorter, because it feels like, not filler, but just we're wasting time in large portions of it. It would also make backtracking feel less awkward, you know? And then just polish off some of the bugs. Let me know what your thoughts are. Have you played it? Have you not? Have you tried the co-op? Let me know. What do you think of the game, even if you haven't played it, based on what you saw here? Thank you so much for watching. I don't usually do videos where I critique games so harshly, I'm going to admit it, but I feel like I really needed to be honest with everyone about this one. Anyway, thank you one more time, and I'll see you in the next video.